Okay, wait, what? Oh, okay, this is, are these the signal rockets? Yes. Okay. Alright.
Chris!
You okay?
Yeah.
That was fast. Oh! Alright, Tyrant's back. Chris, you mind pulling out your gun and shooting? Like, seriously, dude! He's right there! Oh gosh! He was really pissed. Oh, hello. Good lord. Run, 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 run. Alright, I think I'm good for now.
Chris, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Alright, we still have... Yeah, we still have room. Yeah, we'll take the rocket launcher. Let's equip it. Just freaking fire it point blank at him. No. Oh wow. No. Yeah. I was about to say, it's kind of nice that they kept the camera angles, like the same camera angles from the original game, because even in the PS1 game, they did the triple, like, freeze frame. That's pretty nice. Ultimate life form my ass. So that's what the actual outside of the man- Oh gosh! I was about to say, so that's what the actual mansion looked like. Okay. So yeah, the costume doesn't transfer over to the FMVs, which makes sense considering they're FMVs from the GameCube version. So it probably, I don't know if it would have even been possible to program them to change the character model in the cutscenes. And there you have it. You have the original Resident Evil 1. Well, somewhat. You have the original Resident Evil 1, but it's obviously an improved version of it. Oh gosh, so I guess this is for this place for final thoughts, huh? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know where to begin with this because, like I've stated a couple times before in this playthrough, I never had much experience with any of the other Resident Evils beforehand. The only ones I had, I don't think I've ever owned any of these either. I don't think I own any of these, of the games. I've played the demo of 5, I played a demo of 6, and that's almost it, I think, or just about it. For the most part. I played a demo of Resident Evil 5, and I liked it. It took a little getting used to, but I found some fun with it. And Resident Evil 6, I played the demo on the PS3. The Resident Evil 5 demo I played on the 360, and I enjoyed both of them. I didn't play the Resident Evil 6 demo as much as I did the Resident Evil 5 demo, but Resident Evil 5 demo I played back in my Xbox 360 days, when that was pretty much the main and only console I had. Yeah, that's pretty much like my most experience with Resident Evil. I've never played, before this, I never played any of the, original games. I never played, The original Resident Evil 1, I didn't grow up like a PlayStation 1 kid or anything. If anything, I grew up somewhat...
Fine job.
Okay. Result playtime... almost 19 hours. Good lord, it feels way longer than that. I think my, well, maybe my YouTube playlist might end up being almost 19 hours. Creatures dispatched, 130. Ammo used, 305. Ink ribbons used, 33. Health items used, 27. Okay then. Chris has a new costume. You got a closet key. A new costume has been unlocked. You can change in the dressing room. Interesting. And it gives you an option to save your game. Nice. But, yeah, so... clear data. Okay, but anyway. But yeah, I didn't grow up like a PlayStation 1 kid or anything. I grew up way... well, not way after that, but I grew up after that console era had come and gone. I didn't even really grow up a PS2 kid, or Xbox original, or GameCube kid either. I pretty much grew up in the 360 PS3 and Wii era. I mainly grew up in that era, like at the beginning of that era, and the background's different. Once again. Anyway, but yeah, so... yeah, I don't know, because, you know, and even then I didn't have much experience with like, all the overall, the Xbox and stuff like that, but, Xbox is the main thing I played, in that era. But anyway, back to getting main thoughts on this. I don't know. I really did enjoy what I played of this. I know it took a while. It took a good amount of time for me to get through this, let alone do an LP of it. But, yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed what I played. I think, like I said, I never played the original. I never played any of the original Resident Evils on the PS1, but I'd imagine this does. But I have seen some playthroughs, and I remember parts of those playthroughs fairly well. So, yeah, let's play the credits again, so we can have something going on screen. And these are somewhat different credits anyway, so. But, yeah, but, I can still tell that there are differences between this and the original Resident Evil, obviously. And I'm not just saying that because they look different. Obviously, they look different, but, I'd imagine they control differently. I'd imagine this isn't as tank control heavy as the original game is, or was. But, I don't know. You know, in the past couple parts, you've kind of seen me get frustrated a little bit, but that's more, not so much the controls, it's more, I'm not sure which one which one I should blame more. I don't know if it's more of the camera angle's fault, or more of the, just somewhat of the controls fault, because sometimes you'll have it to where, like, you're just trying to walk straight, but then the camera angle changes. But the thing is, if you keep holding down in the thumbstick, on the thumbstick in the direction that you're already going, you'll still go straight in that direction. It's just your mind instinctively thinks that, oh, the camera angle changes, so odds are it wants me to push in a different direction on the thumbstick to continue going the direction I'm already going. But that's not the case. But, yeah, and that kind of aggravated me at some parts. But, I don't know. As far as, yeah, these credits are not very long at all. But anyway, we just played the credits 2 frickin' times and they're already done. But, anyway. But yeah, as terms of, first experience for this goes, I don't think I'd say it is a bad one. I mean, is this something that I dislike to the point where I wouldn't play it again? No. I could... well, could I see myself playing this again? Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point on my own time. I don't know. Maybe. I probably won't, in all honesty, but not because I wouldn't want to or anything. It's just more that I might just not end up going back to it, or at least for a while. But yeah, I think the controls and everything worked well. I think graphically it looks pretty good. Now, I know I can't say anything too amazing about it because, even though they did bring this over to the PS4 and Xbox One and everything, I don't think they really improved on the graphics that much. They may have upped the resolution and everything, but other than that, I don't think they did any reconstructing of the models or anything, because if they were going to do that, they would do another remake, and that's not what this is. This is literally just the GameCube remake of the original Resident Evil ported to the PS4 and Xbox One and PS3 and 360. Yeah, this is also on the PlayStation 3, by the way. I'd imagine it's also on the 360. But yeah, this is also on last-gen console hardware, too, and not just this current generation. But yeah, yeah, I don't think there was really any problems I had with this game, other than, like I said, with the camera angle and everything. But other than that, I think most of it worked fine enough. I forget what controller thing I was playing on. Let me see. I had the alternate controls on. I did not have the original. At this rate, I imagine from the way original sounds, it's probably like the original tank controls, and those I probably would have hated even more, or more in general, because I didn't hate these too much, but I probably would have hated those. So yeah, that's what I played. The settings I played with. Also, I had the display on wide, but anyway. But yeah, overall, pretty good. I had fun with it, especially the longer I kept going with it, I had more fun with it. But yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty good time for me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say about this. I've already gone over my experience with Resident Evil as a series in general and everything. And we got another Resident Evil coming out later this month, actually. I forget when exactly it's coming out, but it's coming out sometime this month of January. As I mentioned, and not to try to linger on this too much, but I might get that. I might get Resident Evil 7. I might not. If I will, it probably will be a decent amount of time after it's released. Maybe the price goes down a little bit, but so who knows? Maybe that will be my first, obviously delve into the really new Resident Evil style, which is completely different than the Resident Evil style of Resident Evil 5 and 6, but yeah, sorry this playthrough just kind of took a while, but crap happens. But yeah, in terms of the things I'm going to be doing next, I have no idea. At this point in time, I don't know what my next LP will be, necessarily. I don't know. I'll tell you this much, with it now being 2017, as the year goes on, there's a ton of games I'm looking forward to this year, and more than likely I'm going to be picking up probably most of them, if not all of them, hopefully. There's a few I have pre-ordered already, so I'm going to be getting those. But I won't say which ones for right now, at least. But if you can maybe gather from, stuff I'm interested in from my past videos or just the conversations I've had during LPs, you probably know what they are already. But so more than likely, there's going to be a good amount of stuff in terms of LPs on the channel, and also in terms of actually new and current games being played on this channel, which is going to kind of be a first, considering the fact that the stuff I've LP'd so far is mainly just stuff that has been, released for the past couple years or so. It's just kind of been stuff on my games I have on my PS4 that I thought, well, that might be cool to LP or do something with because I like that game. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this LP that started in October and is ending in freaking January or whenever this part gets uploaded. Sorry that in terms of upload, it took its take in so long, but like I said, stuff happens. But yeah, I guess that just covers my final thoughts on this. I don't really have anything against this game. I would recommend you try it. Should you try this as your first entry into Resident Evil? Maybe. I don't know if I'd recommend it as a starting point, but if you never played the original Resident Evil and kind of want to, and you're not you're not that obsessive about the whole, oh, I gotta play the original on the original console it was released on. If you're not one of those people, but you still want to play the original Resident Evil, sure, go ahead, play this. I don't think it's that expensive on PlayStation Store or Xbox Live. I don't know if this game got a physical release. I don't think it did. I think it's only digital. But either way, I don't think this is gonna take all that much money out of your wallet, because especially considering I think it's only a download game, download only game, I think. Plus, it's been out for since 2014, I think. So it's been out for like 2-3 years now. So I'd imagine it's probably gone down in price, if anything. And if not, it might go on a sale or something. But in terms of a starting point, I guess it's fine, I guess. But I don't know. You might be if you're not that obsessive about going to the beginning and see where it all began. Go ahead and start with Resident Evil. Go ahead and start with Resident Evil 4, because I can't necessarily say that from my own personal experience. Because, like I said, I never played and really don't have much experience with Resident Evil as a whole. But I hear a lot of good things about Resident Evil 4. So maybe, and considering that game was pretty much kind of what started the more modern trend of Resident Evil games, maybe it's a good place to start. A matter of fact, they've been re-releasing a lot of the Resident Evil games. I think they've re-released all the modern ones on PS4 and Xbox One, I'd imagine, which is kind of weird, but yeah, they've re-released them on current gen consoles. So I think I might have brought this up before. Maybe I'll pick those up at some point and do playthroughs of them, considering I think I might have a better time with those than I did with this. That, and I've never owned any of those, but I have some experience with a demo of 5 and 6, like I've said. So maybe at some point I might do those. I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know, maybe. But, yeah, I think I pretty much said what I want. One other thing, though. I know that Jill has her own scenario in this game that you can play as her, and she has different experiences and everything. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that, an LP of this game again to show off Jill. I don't know. If I do, it will be probably way down the road, if I ever decide to. So it may happen at some point, and, well, it might never happen, but even if it does, don't expect it anytime soon, even if it does happen, because I want to move on to other things. I've spent, long enough on this game, and I just want to have some time to breathe and not have to worry about recording this anymore, and then give time for figure out what I want to do for my next LP, which might be a game I already have, but it might be a newer game, depending on how big the time gap is. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do a Jill scenario. I don't know, maybe, but don't get your hopes up. Don't, you know what I mean. don't get your hopes up, don't hold your breath for it, but it might happen at some point, but even if it does, it's going to be probably way down the road. But yeah, in terms of, like I said, next LP, there's probably going to be a pretty decent time gap between this and whatever I do next. In general, whatever I do next on the channel, I have no idea. I'm just going to try to take it easy, in between, so might not have a lot of stuff for whenever. But yeah, the next LP probably is going to be a newer game that's going to be coming out in 2017. Considering, like I said, there's a lot of games I'm interested that are coming out this year, so I'll probably do LPs of them. So the next game you see me LP might actually be a current game when you see me play it. But yeah, let me see if I can load this profile for anything. Because if anything, I might show off that other costume. I think I can maybe show that off. Once again. Oh, okay, so it's just like it's new game. Alright, well, let me look at this. Oh, okay, see, they don't give you this at the beginning. They don't give you a easy, normal, or hard. So you have to beat the game first to frickin' do that. Alright, let's do... A new costume has been unlocked. That's what I want to look at. Alright, that's Jill. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'll do Jill or not, but anyway, so there's Chris, and then there's his Resident Evil 5 and I think Resident Evil 6 costume. And then there's that one, which I don't know if that's from any of the games or not, or if that's just something they put on Chris just for the sake of having a different costume. But yeah, so that's the costume that we unlocked. I don't know what the costume you unlock. I imagine there's one for Jill. I don't know what it looks like or whatever, if there's even is one. I don't know. But yeah, there it is right there. But yeah, so yeah, we're done with Resident Evil. Don't know if I'll ever, well, not so much if I'll ever do another Resident Evil game, but I don't know when that will be. But anyway, I spent way too long. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say here. But yeah, so without further ado, thanks for watching this LP and watching till the end, presumably. I'm presuming you didn't just skip to the very end, but whatever. You're watching, it's your life, your internet connection, you're watching the video. But anyway, so without further ado, have a great night and take care.